I'm grateful to be here speaking in front of you guys today. So yeah, a little bit of history lesson, let's start with that. Arizona was the last state to recognize MLK Day as a holiday. But this only happened because of Arizona boycott organizers, followed by the NFL potentially pulling the upcoming Super Bowl in Phoenix, Arizona, due to fear of a potential fallout. MLK Day was then marked as a holiday in 1993, and the Super Bowl then happened in Phoenix, Arizona in 1996. Here we are, 24 years later, and for its 6th year, the city of Prescott has continued to dedicate a day to show appreciation for the dream and legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. through his Peace and Justice March and celebration, while at the same time experiencing a travel boycott held by the East Valley NAACP after they heard about Republican David Stringer's racist comments stating that black people don't blend in here and there aren't enough white kids to go around. Google it, I can't make this stuff up, it's crazy. The MLK Celebration in Prescott, Arizona is one of those events that puts on display exactly what happens when unconditional love, community engagement, and people from diverse ethnicities, cultures, identities, and political parties, pay brackets, professions, meet in one space under the influence of one goal. And it is easy to get caught up in chants of peace and justice that seemingly has swallowed all hatred on this day. However, we would not be doing the legacy of MLK any justice if we allow days such as these to put a veil over our eyes, failing to recognize the current state of injustice happening in our own town. MLK's legacy is not only made up of holding hands, singing hymns, and talking about a world where we can all get along. It is also a legacy that has organized clergy, government workers, students, etc. against racist, exclusionary laws and practices. A legacy that consistently applied pressure to irresponsible politicians who use their agency to elevate their own biases and pay more attention to the money instead of community concerns. After the call for a boycott, the mayor of Prescott, Greg Mingarelli, hosted a private meeting between East Valley NAACP and City of Prescott representatives. I attended that meeting. The conversation went seemingly well and influenced a discussion of maybe having more diversity and inclusion efforts led by the City of Prescott, and maybe even discussion of having a position that focuses on these things exclusively. The conversation did not end there. I was invited to continue the ideas and thoughts mentioned in the meeting. My plan was to stand in front of you today and share the gospel, the good news, regarding the supposedly developing conversation about what diversity and inclusion looks like, involving the city of Prescott. To be proud to speak after the words of the proclamation were read, especially that last part. However, after my most recent meeting with the City of Prescott representative, those efforts seem to be last on the list of priorities for city-developed and led initiatives. As of now, the city does not have any resources to delegate towards any action